Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So after my last video on how to get a caregiver job in Canada, I got a lot of questions about what jobs and work experience would qualify as applicable work experience for this caregiver route. Meaning a lot of you wanted to know whether the work experience that you have at your current or past job would qualify, or whether the volunteer experience that you have had before, or maybe just looking after a sick relative, would qualify you for this caregiver route. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will backtrack a bit. So Canada recently announced a new caregiver permanent resident route to Canada that is set to start probably in the fall of this year. One of the eligibility requirements is to have recent and relevant work experience, which means that you prove that you can be a caregiver in Canada by showing that you have relevant work experience previously. Got it? The other requirements are a minimum of a high school diploma, a language test with at least a CLB4, and of course a full-time permanent job offer in Canada. Today, we're going to be examining some work experience that may qualify as relevant work experience in this case. With this, you would know if your past or current job skills would make you a good fit for this caregiver route. And you might be surprised at some of the jobs I will be sharing. But before I go on, I want to make a disclaimer that this is entirely my opinion and not the opinion of the IRCC, okay? This is what I think, so please listen with that mindset. And by the end of this video, you might just see if your current or past job actually qualifies or not. So let's jump right in. Or before we do that, please leave your job or occupation in the comments and I will get back to you if any of the skills of your job might qualify you to be a caregiver. Go ahead, leave your job now in the comments if you want my opinion on whether it might qualify to be a caregiver or not. Thank you so much for dropping a comment. Now, before I start talking about the jobs, I want to address a question I have gotten so many times. Does volunteer work or looking after a sick relative count as relevant work experience? Well, in my opinion, I think that volunteer experience or just looking after a sick relative might not count as relevant work experience, but that's entirely what I think, okay? We just have to wait for IRCC to launch the program so that we can get all the details. And if they say that these experiences count, good for you, okay? Now, there are some jobs that clearly qualify without any doubt, because though they might be called by other names, they are still caregivers. These jobs that I'm going to mention will clearly qualify for caregiver jobs. So if you have experience in any of these jobs I'm going to mention now, then you have the skills and the experience for caregiving without any doubt. Those jobs are caregivers, nannies, personal care assistants, home health aide, nurse aide, certified nursing assistant, patient care technician, residential assistant, senior care assistant, elderly caregiver, companion caregiver, live-in caregiver, hospice aide, direct support professional, child caregiver, special needs caregiver, family caregiver. Any job that is related to any of the above that I just mentioned but has a different name is totally relevant to this caregiver route. Now we want to look at the job roles that are not so obvious and see how their skills may also qualify. And I know this will be really valuable for you, so let's go. What I'm going to point out are the basic and most important skills that a caregiver has that you could also have developed working in other jobs. Now, it is very important to remember that you need to have been trained as a caregiver and have the skills like CPR, giving medication, and first aid for you to care for people, okay? You do need those skills. However, the jobs that I will talk about also have some of those important skills that are important for caregiving. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you have any of the jobs that we're going to talk about, you probably have the skills to work as a caregiver in Canada. So first off, we have teachers. Think about it. Teachers are pros at patience, communication, and empathy. They spend their days understanding each student's unique needs and helping them grow. These skills are golden when it comes to caregiving, where patience and empathy are key. Just like guiding a student through a tough math problem, caregivers support their clients through daily challenges. I think that a teacher, especially one who works with children, has a lot of the skills that are relevant for caregiving. Next, we have chefs. Surprising, right? Chefs are masters of organization, multitasking, and attention to details. In caregiving, these skills translate into preparing nutritious meals, managing medication schedules, and ensuring a clean and safe environment for the clients. Plus, they can cook, and a great meal can brighten anyone's day, okay? Those skills may not seem directly relevant, but in many ways, those skills translate into skills that also work with caregiving. Now, let's talk about customer service representatives. Customer service people are all about communication, problem solving, and staying calm under pressure. In caregiving, being able to communicate effectively with clients and their families is crucial. Plus, problem solving skills help caregivers handle unexpected situations with grace and efficiency. I believe that caregivers are customer service representatives, but in caregiving. Now, what about nurses? This one might seem obvious, but it's worth mentioning. Nurses bring a wealth of medical knowledge, compassion, and resilience to the table. Their experience in healthcare makes them incredibly well suited for caregiving roles where they can provide both medical and emotional support. And moreover, if you're a foreign trained nurse, you may not be able to work as a nurse in Canada until you get certified. So if you are a nurse, this caregiver route would suit you just fine. Now let's move to social workers. Social workers work with people to find solutions to their problems. This may be helping to protect vulnerable people from harm or abuse, or supporting people to live independently. Social workers are very skilled in advocacy, active listening, and emotional support. They are used to helping people navigate tough situations, and this makes them almost perfect for caregiver jobs. Their ability to connect with and support clients is invaluable in providing high quality care. And if you are a social worker, make sure you are highlighting those skills in your application. The next one is like, are you sure? Well, let's find out together. Retail workers. Retail workers assist customers, they stock shelves, they operate the cash register. These people have honed their skills in customer service, patience, and multitasking. They are great at handling diverse situations and making customers feel valued. And these skills are essential in caregiving, where creating a positive environment and managing multiple tasks efficiently are part of the daily routine. So if you're in retail, you can spin your skills to show that you can meet the requirements of the caregiver job. How are we doing so far? If you are getting value, this is the point to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you have not already done so. And turn on that notification bell so you get notified when we post new valuable videos. Housekeepers, you are up next. Housekeepers are experts in maintaining cleanliness and organization. In caregiving, these skills ensure that the living environment is safe and comfortable for clients. Plus, a well-organized space can be significantly improve someone's quality of life, right? Housekeepers are somewhat in the business of caregiving, and you should be able to highlight those skills in your CV and your cover letter when you do apply for caregiver jobs. Finally, let's talk about therapists. Therapists are trained in active listening, empathy, and providing emotional support. These skills are directly transferable to caregiving, where understanding and addressing the emotional needs of clients is just as important as their physical care. These skills are also great to highlight because they are skills that help with caregiving as well. So when you are applying, if you're a therapist, make sure that you are highlighting those skills that show that you can be great as a caregiver. So, my friends, there you have it. These are 10 careers and 10 jobs that can qualify you to be a caregiver in Canada. Whether you're a teacher, a chef, a customer service rep, a social worker, a retail worker, a housekeeper, or a therapist, your skills are incredibly valuable in the world of caregiving. If you have ever thought about making a switch, now might be the perfect time to consider it. And when you are writing your CV and cover letter, please emphasize your skills and show how you meet the requirements for a caregiver role. In addition, it will be great if you can get some caregiver certificates, even if it's online. Go do your CPR training as well as your first aid training. Those two certifications will really help too. And don't forget to leave your current job or any job you've done in the past that you feel might qualify you in the comments below. So I will get back to you and let you know if that job has the skills for a caregiver role in Canada. And like I said before, don't forget that this is entirely my own opinion on the jobs that have the skills to qualify for a caregiver role in Canada. The most important thing is how you present your skills in your CV and your cover letter when you do apply for these jobs. I would really love to hear from you. What job do you have? And do you see how your skills could translate into caregiving? Drop a comment below and let's chat about it. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more valuable content like this. And if you would like to know the requirements and the details for the Caregiver Permanent Resident Program that is starting soon in Canada, please check this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was valuable to you, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye.